Hello YouTube and welcome back to another tier list video. I've had a couple requests for people to do this whilst whilst I'm away. I thought I would do this, and this is every character in the game, including up to Red Kendo. So this is for season 11. This is kind of more of a end of season tier list, and I'm kind of just going to go in the order of the characters, but at first I'm just going to get the best character out the way, which is Momo. Without a doubt, this character is he is definitely the best. Whatever strengths the characters below him have, he has, but better, and being able to ignore cooldowns and just keep cycling and cycling and cycling. He gets to do combos that no one could ever think of before. He's the only character that can make you have two on the team for basically the entire match, unless if All For One steals a quirk. That is a decent level, but he does what All For One does, but better. His damage is insane, his mobility is insane, his survivability is insane. The Gamma also needs a nerf as well. Like, I don't know why the whole meter doesn't drain when he tanks something, but what can I do about that, really? And the worst character in the game, where is he? Tech Dabi, definitely forgotten about. Definitely forgotten about. This character has had no change. I'd honestly give him a second Gamma at this point, or even give him 400 HP, but this character has some of the worst abilities in the game, being that his alpha doesn't hit shit, it doesn't even hit hard if you hit someone, the tracking is terrible in it, it's incredibly easy to dodge, the traps, there's so many things that just clear the area now, and so many airborne characters that his traps are basically useless against them. The best he's got going for him is his Gamma, because if someone gets close to you that can surprisingly deal a good amount of damage, it stuns you, it pushes you to the outer ring as well, which can do like 200 damage, blocks projectiles, can help teammates heal up when they're in the ring. But besides that, Tech Dabi has nothing going for him. No mobility, no speed on the ground in general as well, and overall I think this character needs a rework or just a shit ton of buffs. Just increases cooldowns, because why does he have some of the slowest cooldowns as a technical? These two are in the same category, by the way. These two are apparently the same class. Just thought I'd point that out. And the first character up here is Aizawa. Oh, I think it's alphabetical. Okay. No, that is not alphabetical. Oh, wait, no, it is, yeah. Assault Deku, Assault Shigi. Okay, cool. Alright, so Aizawa. I am going to put him... Oh, I'm going to change this tier to S, actually, instead of A+. Let's quickly change that to S. But yes, that Aizawa is going to be going into S tier very easily. This is ranked on with tuning in mind as well. This character, you know, stuns galore. He keeps getting buffed for some reason. I have no idea why. PC players make this character look like an absolute monster. If you get grabbed by Alpha, pulled in, punched, probably embrittlement on you, and probably Sicily for him, so either defense up or attack up now with Strike Kendo's tuning. And you say goodbye to your guard. And if you don't have a guard and you get grabbed by him, you say goodbye to that match, because you are essentially dead. He's got really good mobility, really good combo synergy, really good self-combo synergy, good survivability, is the best at 1v1 in every character in the game. I don't care what anyone says. That I feel like with his special action, he is the best 1v1 character in the game. And that's about it, really. Like, they buffed his beta recently as well to have a shorter cooldown if he only uses one of them, so he just doesn't really die. He's really hard to catch, and if he catches you, then you take a lot of damage. He does work well with a lot of characters as well, and if he's not doing the damage, then obviously he's just holding his special action, then his teammates deal the damage for him, which, again, like, what do you really do? He's a high priority target, that's hard to catch. And next up is All For One. I'm going to put him in B tier. All For One is purely relevant in this game because of his base kit being pretty good. That's about it. I think his special action is absolute doo-doo cheeks now, because you've got Momo and both Togas who do what he does, but better when he takes the blood. He can't level quirks up when he takes them, so he's very reliant on the enemy, what the enemy picks, what the enemy allows him to take, and what the enemy has leveled up. The thing is with All For One's special action is once you commit to it, you are stuck in it. You are stuck in it. When you go to finish someone off with it, you are stuck in that animation. Yes, they buffed it so that you can get the quirks quicker. But once you take that quirk, you have no knowledge of what levels they are. You're just left in the dark. So once you switch into that, if they are on low levels, you are stuck in that special action as well. You have to wait for the cooldown to come back. So if I'm going to be honest, I don't think there's much point in using the special action anymore. His base kit is good enough The alpha's very simple. It just does damage. If you hold it, it does more damage. The beta stuns, allows combos, team play. Gamma, CC control. You can just crowd control the entire area, pull everyone in towards you for more damage and combos. He's a very good team player, surprisingly, all for one. The only thing that he lacks is obviously his mobility, which he can try and take a rapid quirk. Again, late game, not really happening because everyone's just going to be going for you. And if you do get it off, you probably win with this character, which is why I've kept him in B tier. But again, all for one, 400 HP. He's pretty big as well, so he's pretty easy to hit. And yeah, that's about it for him. I feel like he's just like a middle of the road character at this point. All Might, Assault All Might. I'm going to put him in A tier. Just about in A tier. Just about hanging on in there. I think this character's still really good. I've never understood why people said he was like below A tier. He used to be an S tier monster, but with nerf after nerf, he's kind of fell down. But he's got decent mobility with his special action and his betas. The betas hit hard as well at any level. The splash damage, despite the nerf, you know, he still has a really hard-hitting alpha that has no knockdown value. 0 knockdown value. So you could hit someone with all, I think it's like 8 charges that you have of your alpha. It might be 10, I might be tripping on that, but I'm pretty sure it's 8 or 10 charges he has. But if he hits all of that, that is still massive damage. He still hits hard. His survivability is pretty good. Again, the beta's armored, so it's hard to push him out of it. He's got a lot of combos off of beta as well. Gamma lets him get away with invincibility plays. There's only a few things in the game that beats it. And he also has an insta-revive as well. I forgot about that. The assault passive is just good all around as well to be taking less damage in general. But overall, a very solid character that is, yeah, he's still really good in this current day and age. Assault Deku. I'm also going to put him in A tier. I think this character is kind of downplayed a little bit. The main thing with Assault Deku is that people think ever since he got his crouch shot nerf that he was kind of gutted, but I have seen people that don't miss a shot with him. His alpha still hits like a truck. Again, it's similar to All Might. It has no knockdown value until you do the crouch shot, and hitting alpha after alpha after alpha, the damage just racks up. It takes like 4 shots to break a guard. Is this ordered? Not at the minute. I might order it, but S tier will probably be ordered. A tier might be ordered. I'm not sure, but we'll see when we get there. But Deku, the main issue that's holding him back is that his quirk set exists, and he's a pretty expensive character. To get to level 9 Gamma, it takes a lot. You either sacrifice getting a level 9 Alpha to get to level 9 Gamma, and to get 2 Black Quips, that is a bit much. He's a bit of an expensive character. The beta's okay. I've seen people do good uses of that, but something you shouldn't really be prioritizing to level up. But overall, solid damage. Again, another insta-revive, assault passive with his special action as well. A buff I would give this guy is that he either gets his Gamma back quicker or that his Gamma comes out quicker, because... Oh, actually, do I want to? Because his combo game with Gamma is really good as well, which is also why he's up here, because he also works really well with tuning. If he Gammas you, pulls you in, you basically just get Touch of Death by him. But that's why Assault Deku's A tier. He's just, again, similar to All Might. They are both just solid all-round characters where you can't really go wrong with them. Assault Shiggy. Ooh. Yeah, I think he's B tier. I think this is a fair B tier placement. The thing with Assault Shiggy is that he's considered the weakest skill set. I disagree. I'm going to quickly say that, but that'll be a spoiler for when we get later down the line. The thing with Assault Shiggy is that he's very skill-based. He is a very skill-based character, in my opinion. The stun combos that you've got to learn with him, if you do land them, obviously it's a shit ton of damage, but it's kind of hard to execute them. You got Gamma, Beta, Gamma back through, Beta again, see if you can, like, catch it. If you do it on the ground, you can do Gamma, Beta, Gamma, and then, like, hit them with a couple melees or a couple alphas for damage. But, yeah, this guy's the OG stun monster. The thing is, as time's gone on, there's just been characters that do what he does, but better, and can deal with characters airborne. This character sucks against airborne characters, has no hope against any airborne character, and with the amount of mobility and airborne characters that are in this game, it makes him look bad. But when he gets that one opportunity to land a Gamma, you can say goodbye to your shield, because, again, his teammates can pile in on that as well. He just does so much damage when he gets that opportunity. It's kind of a current theme with a lot of these characters. But not much more to say to him. I feel like Strike Shiggy's even like overshadowed him a bit. But Assault Shiggy, B tier. Maybe they could give him 350 HP. I'm not sure though. Cementoss. This is an S tier character. Do I think you are better than Aizawa? Yes, I do. Even though Cementoss got nerfed, I think Cementoss is fucking crazy still. Late game demon. The only time you're going to be able to kill this guy nice and early is early game. That is the only opportunity. I feel like if this guy makes it to late game, the lobby either needs to collectively form a pact and just focus Cementoss so he dies, or Cementoss wins the game. I honestly think Cementoss just wins the game if he gets to late game and no one deals with him. He's that character where you go, oh, they have a Cementoss, and then you get hit by a pillar, and then you get hit by another pillar, and then your guard's gone, and then you get stunned by Gamma, and then he throws a pillar on top of that, and you get 200 to plus damage. Like, his combos are insane. Again, even though he got nerfed, I still think his survivability is top tier. 350 HP. He also gets extra health from per health pot as well because of his passive. Insta-revive as well, that protects his teammate when he does it. He doesn't have to sacrifice himself. He doesn't have to get extremely close. He can do it through walls. The beta is incredibly underrated as well. Hard hitting, shit ton of health, just like his Gamma and Alpha as well. Small spaces, late game as well. This character just completely dunks on you. He's just got it all. He's got it all. I say the main thing he struggles with is that obviously if he gets overwhelmed, he kind of just gets bullied by other airborne characters. But even if you do go like 2v1 against this guy, he can still give you both a run for your money, because all he needs to do is land a Gamma on one of you to take you out of the fight, and then probably just annoy the shit out of the other one with the alphas. But Cementoss, A tier. Red Denki. Oh man, I really want to put you in C tier, but at the same time I've seen a couple things with you that have made you B tier. I don't know, because then do I think Assault Shiggy's better than Red Denki? For now, I'm going to put him in C tier. Again, Red Denki, he does a lot of damage with his alphas. I just think he is so gimmicky. He is just incredibly gimmicky. If you can land your alphas with him, great. If you can sneak people with Gammas, great. But if people see you coming from a distance, it's just so easy to deal with him. Beta is basically a death sentence now if you dare use it without Gamma, because you're just left in the open. Actually, do you know what? I will put him in B tier just because I've got Assault Shiggy here, because I feel like Assault Shiggy should be there if Denki's going to be there, but he's just about hanging on to B tier. The main thing, again, is obviously that you play around his Gamma. He's just a gimmick with his Gamma. If you get hit by Gamma, you die. If you don't, you live, most likely. He's not very good at running away, and if he uses his Gammas to run away, then you know you haven't really got to worry about 1v1 in him, because, again, you don't have the Gamma to worry about. That's kind of about it for Red Denki. I just don't really see much use of him, and I don't really see much play of him either. Endeavor. This one's going to be a bit of an interesting one, but I think he is better than both of them right now. I think there's either Endeavor players are smoking something that are just making them these absolute demons, or that melee buff was actually really good for him. Endeavor's been kind of buffed and buffed and buffed, similar to Aizawa, but they've been very careful. Most of the buffs have gone to his special action, and the reload, the less resources, lets him cover more distance, and then now that his melee carries his momentum off of his special action, it actually works really well. It works really well. He can actually zoom across the map pretty quickly, and with the increased reloads, he gets to do it quite a bit. He is quite hard to hit sometimes. The Alpha still hits pretty hard if you land all your ticks. Gamma is surprisingly good in a lot of situations, and his spears are his spears. He's just a hard-hitting single-target damage character. Again, his issue is that if a couple people focus him, he kind of loses. He doesn't really have much going for him in that regard. The most he can do is try and like throw spears on his way out and hope both of them run into the flaming pillar whilst he's trying to get away, but Endeavor doesn't really have much to run away with. He's better at it now, but he's still only got his special action, and being 300 HP with being the size of a gorilla, you kind of do suffer a lot there. But Endeavor, definitely good to see him in B tier instead of like C or D tier. I don't know if I'll make a D tier. I feel like it's kind of for Tech Dabi. Iida. Yeah, this character's stupid. I hate Iida. insane combos, insane mobility, insane damage, amazing survivability. He's just so stupid. He is so stupid. This character is so dumb. I hate everything about this character. That Gamma, it needs a nerf to some degree. I don't even think its Alpha and Beta are that bad. It's the Gamma. It's 100% the Gamma for me. You get hit by Iida when he's in Gamma, he just flies off into the sky. You look up where he is, his teammates jump you. You focus on his teammates, Iida jumps you again and you're down, most likely. He just doesn't... He's just impossible to hit. The only time you can hit this character late game is if he burns out, and you gotta hope it's in open space where there's nowhere for him to hide. But at the same time, Iida players, you know, if there is a wall or some type of debris nearby, they will go up into the sky. They will be untouchable, and then they will wait the entire burnout in the sky, and as soon as they touch back down, they're back on the move. He's got an insta-revive as well with his special action, so that makes him good for teammates. He can also use that whilst he's in Gamma. He's ridiculous, and he works really well with tuning. He's got a lot of melee combos, so he can easily do that. Again, nerf Gamma. What I would do for that, I would either increase the usage of the meter whenever he does an alpha or a beta, or if he's airborne, the burnout doesn't stop until he touches the ground. Something like that. If he's airborne, the burnout doesn't start, but as soon as he touches the ground, the burnout starts. I would like something like that for him. Or even a longer cooldown on Gamma, or less time in Gamma, but he's insane. He's insane. Assault Kendo. I'm gonna put her in A tier. Do I think she's better than them? Do I think she's better than them? Do you know what I do, actually? I do. She's kind of got the properties of them too, in the sense of her alpha has no knockdown value. And again, she's got one of the best melees in the game, so she can activate embrittlement very easily. Embrittlement mixed with her alpha is a death sentence to anyone that gets hit by that. She's got really good survivability, 400 HP, takes less damage because she's an assault. The shield is really hard to get through. There's a few things in the game that can insta-destroy it. We'll get to that later as well, because there's some fucking characters that should not have that ability. But overall, Kendo, again, she seems to be more of a selfish character than a team character. She can obviously, you know, like block teammates from damage if they're healing or if they're being revived. But her Gamma, again, just knocks you down in one hit, which low-key is better than what it used to do before. Because knocking someone down means you just get more time to catch up to them and then just swarm around them again. So Kendo in A tier, just solid damage, solid defense. She's got both. She's just kind of lacking in the mobility department, which can easily be fixed with Wall Runner or Revenge Rapid, anything to increase your speed during that. Sorry, I'm going to take a quick bite of food real quick. Assault Kirishima. C tier. I hate to say it, but Assault Kirishima is he's just not good, man. I'm so upset that the special action buff he got also affected Red Kirishima as well, because it was a pretty good buff for this guy. It was actually a really good buff for this guy. He gets to scrap a bit longer, which is all I wanted him to do, but he just gets pushed over so easily still. He's a tank that just gets melted. He can definitely disrupt a fight if someone's like attacking your teammate and you coming out of nowhere with a right hook beta. That is scary. That's very scary. Same with Gamma, tight spaces, this character's a menace. His alpha's a bit inconsistent, so I kind of wish that they would fix that. Similar to what they did with Red Bakugo, even though that's still inconsistent at times. But this character, he just, like, the alpha mobility's nice, but again, if anyone's airborne, he struggles a lot. Gamma and Beta are definitely your bread and butter for what you just want to be using. I see a lot of people use him with Electrification, which is me. I love Kirishima with Electrification. It basically gives you an extra free hit. But at the same time, very slow melee. I think he has the slowest ground speed in the game as well. And he's just kind of become outdated as time's gone on. So many characters just have ways to get away from him or even just push him over, even if he's in hardening. It is nice, the hardening buff, though. He does get to stay in fights longer. So if you know how to play Assault Kirishima, you can definitely curb stomp some lobbies, though. But again, I feel like he's just lackluster compared to the others. Mirio. Okay, this is going to be a hot take, but I think Mirio's fucking broken. I honestly think this character's A tier. I hate him. I hate him. If I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say he's better than All Might as well at the minute. Why is Tech Dabi the lowest? Come on, bro, it's Tech Dabi. But Mirio, despite all of the nerfs he's got to his combos and his HP and whatnot, this character is annoying. He is so annoying. I don't care what anyone says. This character has good setups into his melee, which triggers a lot of melee tunings, which is really good. Beta and Alpha are really annoying to catch because, again, like, I know he uses his mobility to deal the damage with the Alpha, but at the same time, like, again, he can combo into a punch, which triggers lots of tuning abilities. He goes underground with Beta after that, where you can't hit him the entire time. He can still stall out heals really well for that. Permeation, even though it got nerfed, still very good survival tool that you can use. And he can dash to teammates multiple times now, which, again, can really help. He could come in, hit you, and dash away. But the main thing that I hate the most is his fucking auto combo. Even though it doesn't work sometimes, it basically deletes your shield. He comes out of nowhere, he hits you with that, your shield's gone, and you are basically forced to leave the fight at that point. And at that stage, Mirio knows he's got you, so what does he do? He chases after you, and he keeps chasing, and he will keep chasing until he hits you with that auto combo again, or if he hits you with a couple alphas. The main thing that holds this character back is that when you finally catch him, he just dies. He dies. He dies so easily in this game. But, like, that's all I can really think about as his weakness. He just has lower HP. Like, that is his main weakness. I guess he kind of sucks him against multiple people as well, because if he uses Beta in a 2v1, all one person has to do is avoid it and then hit him for it. But besides that, I really do feel like this character's underrated. I don't feel bad for him anymore. I used to, but I don't now. I really don't. Oh, and I guess that you have to get Alpha to level 7 for your third charge. Can be a pain sometimes. Who's next? Momo. You're joining Kirishima. This character had one thing going for her, which was her cannon damage, and the fact that they nerfed that by making you get knocked down easier. This character is struggling right now. There's Momo experts out there that can still make the character look godly, but to me, this character is built for marination and spamming cannons. Beta's pointless. It is probably a bottom 3 ability in this game. Incredibly easy to dodge. Doesn't have much utility besides like trying to trap someone in a building with you and maybe occasionally finishing someone off, but again, it takes too long. It's like, oh, her bag's really good as well for like team walls, team revive. She's really good for that. The Alpha's pretty good still with the stun locks, but again, she's only got 6 charges of them. I mean, I don't think I want to go back to 10, but maybe 7 at level 9 wouldn't be too bad, because she has, I think it's 6 from level 1 to 9, so maybe 7 at level 9 for that extra damage. She can work pretty well with the melee tunings, but I feel like that cannon nerf did kind of hit her pretty hard, and she just kind of struggles. She just struggles a lot. Like, there's characters that she destroys, but she gets destroyed by a lot of characters. Red Shiggy destroys her. Assault Kirishima destroys her. Like, anyone that's airborne destroys her. There's just so many characters that can stop her game plan entirely, and she can barely fight back against them because the Alpha's got incredibly short range, and the Beta, again, is one of the worst abilities in the game. But that's why Momo's in C tier. She's got very niche uses. That's about it. She's good for bag and cannons aren't even amazing anymore. Who is next? Mr. Compress. Oh, one of my most played characters. She turned into a third-party machine. Yeah, she's really good at doing that though. Compress. Where am I going to put you? I'm going to put you above Endeavor, Assault Shiggy, and Strike Denki. Compress is your support character that's not a support. He just kills you. He just kills you. This guy is the I'm going to kill you now machine. He's got some niche tech with his melee. His trucks just make you explode. Again, no knockdown value, so teleporting above someone and just raining trucks down can result in death just instantly for someone. What stops Compress though? They keep buffing his Beta for some reason. There's a handful of characters that he destroys because the Beta can reflect the majority of their things, like Nejire. Can't do anything against Compress unless if they run up to him and punch him, and by then he's going to teleport away and start raining trucks down on you. But like, they keep buffing Beta, I don't know why. His alpha damage is still really good, his gamma is really good as well for getting out of tough situations. His revive is pretty bad because he has to basically sacrifice himself to pick them up if it's busy. But if you can somehow like scare someone off and then pick them up and teleport away, it's really good for relocating the downed person away from all danger. But again, you have to basically throw yourself at them. The main weakness I would say with this guy is that he's expensive. He is so expensive, and he's pretty difficult to play. He's an expensive, difficult character. You have to get trucks to level 7, so you can have trucks. You have to get Gamma to level 9 to have the 2 teleports, and by the time you get the second Gamma, it's probably mid to late game, and you only have level 7 trucks, and that is, I'm pretty sure that's 1 or 2 bullets less. I think you only have 8 at level 7, and having 9 at level 9 is really good. But again, with him costing a bit, and a lot of matchups unfavorable for him, like Rapid Bakugo, Rapid Toga, literally any like airborne character who he can't hit, he does struggle against them a lot. He's not too bad in multiple character situations because he can, again, just dish out equal damage with the trucks, but I think Compressor's in a solid spot. It's just that there's so many characters that counter him that he can't really be that viable. Mount Lady. I think this one's going to be another hot take, but I think she is also better than All Might at the minute. So hear me out on this one. They buffed Mount Lady Giant Form, which was one of her main weaknesses, after she got nerfed to 300 HP. She keeps getting buffs on her Gamma for the cooldown of them, so she has more mobility. Her stomps are still really crazy with her combos. Her alpha, again, still has no knockdown value if you just beam someone down with it. She has a lot of ammo in them, and they still do a lot of damage if you're hitting all of your shots. Mount Lady late game as well in Giant Form is crazy. I just think, again, Mount Lady is another pretty difficult character to play. That's why you don't see her that much, but she is really good. She's got really good team synergy. I don't mind having a Mount Lady on my team because, like, again, she's got good mobility. The stun with the beta can help you out of tough situations, and I feel like this is a fair spot for her right now. If I'm going to be honest, I think she is really good. I think she's really good. There's not much to say. Again, she's similar to Deku All Might, that she's just solid in all areas, and that like a couple characters just give her trouble, or the characters above her just do what she does but better. So Mount Lady, A tier. I think she is in a very good spot right now. Rapid Bakugo, S tier, the fake skill character that I like to call. This character is unbelievably overhyped in terms of how much skill and effort he takes. And I can't... What the hell is this song? I am skipping this. This sounds terrible. Sorry. Rapid Bakugo, he is in S tier. Insane mobility, barely touches the ground. If he hits you with beta, you are stunned for like 5 billion years. And then he combos it into Gamma, which basically breaks your guard off of one hit. Gamma does like, what, 160 or something? And I'm trying to figure out like what else he does. Like the Alpha does a lot of damage as well. It does more than Strike, which is insane to me. He's just really hard to catch. Even indoors, where you think he would be worse because he's not able to stay airborne as long, he's still really good. He is still really good indoors. The one thing I hear Rapid Bakugo's players say is that his Gamma doesn't have armor and you can punish him out of it. Good. Because that's the only time you get to punish this character if you're a grounded character. Your one opportunity to attack Rapid Bakugo on the ground if you're a grounded character is when he does Gamma. But you're probably too busy trying to avoid that Gamma because the hitbox hits through walls and just says fuck you when you try to roll it and does 160 in the process. Again, once you get him low, they're probably running willpower, so they get a second chance to escape regardless. He's just so good at staying in the air and being annoying and dishing out damage at the same time. So I think he's a pretty solid S tier character. Definitely not better than these lot, but I still think he's very good. He does have a learning curve, though. I will give you Bakugo players that, but he's really difficult to catch. Ibara. I want to say she's either A or top of B tier. I think I'm actually going to put Ibara in B tier for now. I'm very close to putting her in A tier, but again, I think this character has gone under the radar for quite a while as well in terms of how good she actually is. She's another character that was really bad at first, but again, she kept getting buffed and buffed and buffed and buffed. And her alpha does a lot of damage, her beta does a lot of damage, her gamma does a lot of damage. She has 2 insta revives, she has 400 HP as well, so she's not like the easiest character to kill. But do you know, actually, the 2 revives did actually make her low A tier. With Reinforced Revive, you can get both your teammates back up with full shields, basically. This character is low A tier. I honestly think she's crazy. She also has a bug going around at the minute where her alpha can deal double damage. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but I don't really think that should boost the character's placement, but, like, I'm just going to say that in mind for how much damage she can do. Her beta is honestly one of the best abilities in the game. Does a shit ton of damage, gives you armor, and basically covers every option in the game. I can't think of an option that can tank Ibara beta on wake up and win. Because it knocks you down after all 3 hits as well, and I'm trying to think if there's anything that could potentially do it, but I don't think there is. I think you have to respect it and either try and perfectly time your get up so you can iframe it and get past her that way, or you just try and go further into Storm if she's got you on edge there and try and heal up that way. The main issue with Ibara is, again, I feel like she's a bit of an expensive character. You need to get your alpha to level 7, I think, for the 4th charge. I could be wrong. It could be 4 or 7. But then you also want to max out beta for the best opportunity for it. Her gamma, again, is really good if you catch someone who's used plus ultra because she's armored. She's armored through and through, unless if it's her alpha. But then I'd say her weakness as well is that she's stationary. Incredibly stationary. Can't really deal with multiple characters attacking her at once, but she's just very good at dealing damage and catching wake-ups, and I feel like that's worthy enough to be A tier. If you're dealing damage and bullying people when they are damaged, you are a pretty strong character in this game. Strike Bakugo. Do I think you are worse than Endeavor? I feel like these two are interchangeable. Strike Bakugo deserves S. High B? No. This character's just, like, all-around solid. He is incredibly, like, he's just mid, you know. This man used to be S tier, but nerf after nerf, they just seem to hate him. I remember when they just killed him in Season 7, when they literally made him a bottom 3 character with his alpha damage. Then they buffed it back up, which made him good again. Then they buffed his gamma to be hit more consistently, and then they gave him a second one, which can help his burst damage a lot. Bakugo, again, is just a character played by people that just have a shit ton of skill. He's still, like... It's really hard to say, because, like, I want to say in the right hands, he feels unstoppable. But at the same time, all it takes is a couple people to focus him down, because he can take on multiple people, but he hasn't really got much to run away. He's got the 2 special actions and the 2 gammas now, but I feel like a lot of characters can just keep up with him or even dish as much damage back out to him. If you're accurate with your shots, great, you are heavily rewarded for it. They also nerfed his, like, beta alpha combo as well a while back, that you got knocked over easier after a couple shots if you got hit by beta. So that kind of hurt him as well. But he's just, like... He's just solid. That's it, really. He hasn't got, like, any major flaws, but he hasn't really got, like... He's like a jack of all trades, really. He's got okay mobility. He's got pretty good damage. He's got good survivability. I'd say, honestly, a 325 HP wouldn't be too bad for Red Bakugo, but... I don't know. Again, at the same time, I just feel like all the characters above him have, like, combos and stuff to increase their damage, while this guy is just kind of... You have to rely on your fundamental skill to get that damage out, whilst, you know, All Might can do beta into alpha, Mount Lady can do beta stomps into a bunch of alphas and, like, a gamma to finish it off, Deku has Black Whip combos, Kendo has melee combos, you know, like, he doesn't really have anything like that. He's just very good if you are good at him. Strike Deku. If I'm going to be honest, I still think he's S tier. I still think this character's S tier. I think he's better than Rapid Bakugo, maybe. I mean, them two, again, are interchangeable. Again, this character, good damage, decent mobility, pretty good survivability. His beta's really good at catching wake-ups. He doesn't... Again, he's similar to Red Bakugo, where... like... I don't think Red Deku has too many combos. I might be wrong on that, but since his damage is just better than Bakugo's, he doesn't really have to worry about combos. When this guy had 350, I don't know why they gave this guy 350 HP, but he just does so much damage. Like the beta, it can do true damage as well. It puts you in a lot of hit stun as well. Like, it pushes you back and puts you in a lot of hit stun, so you can't really fight back. Gamma at higher levels can actually be really good for protection and catching people off guard when you just do an insane amount of damage to them. Alpha is still basically 2 shots guards. It leaves your guard at like 10 HP. And again, like, he's pretty hard to catch. I will admit this character's hard to catch, but the main thing is his alpha still. The alpha still hits like a truck. He still just destroys you in a couple shots. Like, he's really good at killing low HP targets, like Rapids with 250 HP. I'm pretty sure he does 2-tap Mirio. So this guy's just got good damage, good consistent damage. It's never really inconsistent with this guy. And I think that is a fair placement for him. I can't really think of any nerfs that I would give him, because, like, he's obnoxious still, but he's not really, like, overpowered like these three here. Strike Shiggy. I think he's actually A tier at the minute. This character, again, is similar to Cementoss, that if he gets to late game, he kind of just wins, depending on the matchups, but that's also the thing. He's kind of matchup dependent. If he makes it to end circle and he has to fight a Hawks or a Nejire or even a Cementoss, like any Rapid really, he kind of just crumbles under the pressure, but he is very good at controlling the ground. He is a ground control freak. He is definitely a ground control freak. He just does a lot of damage. Again, early game, terrible. Expensive character as well, which I think holds him back, but for good reason, because otherwise he would be insane if he didn't require as many levels. His special action got a buff as well, so he has 2 charges, so he actually has pretty decent mobility now. I've seen Space Hop on this guy, where you can get up to high ground quicker, or Wall Runner, which helps him out a lot as well. Alpha being able to travel up walls, so people can't even run away from him that easily. Beta covering a wide area and forcing you to leave that area or take a shit ton of damage is good. Grab can get people out of Plus Ultra, even though it's bugged at the minute where it doesn't actually travel as far. You can also combo your grab into special actions, so you can deal more damage once they get up. He's just crazy all around. The main thing is that obviously, again, he's whole matchup dependent. That's the main issue with him. Strike Todoroki. I actually think he's better than these two at the minute. Fuck this character. Honestly, fuck Strike Todoroki at the minute. I don't know what they were smoking when they buffed him, but they were definitely smoking something good. They were smoking something good. He just, again, he's similar to Red Deku, but he just does so much damage again, and he has 2 freezes, so he can stun you twice. His beta comes out quicker now, so you can combo it into... He can combo into beta off of a gamma freeze, which just deletes your guard and deletes half your health in the process. The ice wall is really hard to get through if you're a character that has no way of, like, reliably piercing through it. He can also shoot through it himself, so you have to worry about that as well. The Gamma has a really short cooldown, surprisingly, so you can actually get out of danger pretty quickly. He can also run you over with the ice as well to freeze you in place, so it's even harder to keep up with him. You just don't want to press anything on Wake Up against him. And he's not even bad against airborne characters, because his alpha even does like 80-something damage per shot, with no knockdown value as well. He just deletes you. He has a lot of bullets as well in his alpha. If you get frozen, you can definitely say goodbye to your guard every time without fail. It's 100% guaranteed to lose your guard every time you get hit by a freeze. And if you get hit by a freeze without your guard, you are probably dead. He just kills you. He just gets you out of the game so quickly. And on top of the beta being a really good defense option now because of how quick it comes out and how big the hitbox on beta is and how hard it hits, I think it's safe to say this character is in S tier territory now. And the issue you can fix with his mobility, tuning's right there. There's Wall Runner, there's Revenge Rapid, there's Space Hop, there's Spiraling Leap. Anything to help him get up to high ground quicker, it's just amazing for him. It's amazing. Same for like Momo, Kiri, and all of that. But again, I feel like this is a very, very broken character right now. Tech Toga. I still think she's C tier. I think I had a... Oh, no, wait. No, I think I put her in like B tier last time. I think she's gone down since then. My opinion's definitely dropped on her. I used to think she was decent, but After playing her and that gamma tracking just being the most inconsistent thing ever, it really hurts this character. It really hurts the character. She doesn't really do much damage unless if you're hitting all of your alpha shots, and again, it's not easy to do that. The beta does do a lot of damage, and it does beat armored moves, which is really nice, but at the same time, this isn't season 3 and 4 anymore, where this character is, you know, doing a lot of damage with her gamma and resetting her cooldowns and getting away with it whilst hitting you with a beta that did like 200 plus damage. She has just fallen off, really. She's just been power crept. Her skill set is way better than her. Her, like, gamma, again, inconsistent, can sometimes, like, track someone across the map, and then sometimes it'll just want to kill itself and go crashing straight into the ground. It's just a bit sad. It's just a bit sad. Tech Toga's in a bit of a sad spot. I feel like if they fix her gamma, she could get bumped up to, like, B tier around here or something. But for now, she's going to sit in C tier. The main thing she is known for now is how good she is at finishing off downed people with her beta. Froppy. I'm going to put her at top of B tier. I think every character should be balanced around Froppy. I think Froppy is the most perfectly designed character in this game. She has to use all of her mobility to, like, get in if she wants to start her combo. She has to use 2 betas that leave her pretty stationary. And she has a really shit move being the gamma. I mean, it's okay for running away, but she's got a revive as well to be nice for her team. She can get across the map pretty quickly, so she's pretty, like, new player friendly with her mobility. And I can't really say much else about her. She just kind of sucks in multiple character scenarios. Again, if she's in a 2v1, it's very hard for her to deal damage to both of them. She takes a little bit of levels to use, because, like, you have to get your alpha 4 and then your beta 4 if you want both of the 3 charges. Besides that, she's just overall solid. I haven't really got too many complaints about her. Actually, I'd say she's the jack of all trades of this game. She's got good mobility, good damage, good combos, decent survivability, you know. She's just solid. She actually she fits her role. She sneaks in with damage and then gets out with her mobility, because if she sticks around for too long, she probably uses all of her alphas and betas and then is kind of a sit and duck, just hopping about, waiting for her cooldowns to come back. Speaking of characters that fit their role, Twice. I'm just kidding. Fuck this character. Where do I want to put him? Do I think he's better than Strike Todoroki at the minute? I'm trying to think of him with tuning right now. I want to put him... Yeah, I'm going to put him here. This character is stupid. Like, we all know why he's as strong as he is, and it's because of his gamma. If his gamma didn't wash his dishes, pay his bills, evade taxes for him at the same time, give him an education, a good night's kiss, and tell him everything's going to be okay, he would be a lot worse. If the gamma wasn't the way it was, gamma would be... Oh my god, it's just so stupid how the gamma works. Not only does the tape fucking track onto you, but even if it doesn't, Twice homes in onto you anyway. So what's the fucking point? You can't avoid it. If you are stuck in a corner against this guy, or if he hits you with a gamma, you lose. You are not getting out. And then with all the tuning possible, they get free debuffs and buffs to themselves every time. It's just insane. His damage output is insane. His combo game's insane. His survivability is surprisingly good, considering his gamma doesn't actually go that far when it's throwing him in the air. But at the same time, again, he can get out of situations pretty reliably. He can also use a clone to take hits for him. If Twice gets about 2 clones early game, it's GG's. I think Twice snowballs from there on out, because every person who comes across him is just going to get melted by him, his 2 clones, and his 2 other teammates. And there is just kind of no hope there. Especially with, like, a special action reload. And yeah, that's it. Like, if you have the special action reload tune on this guy, again, you're just going to be making a clone army. A good nerf would either, since they're not going to touch his gamma at this point, make it that you fall out of his combos easier. Like, after a couple knife trains that you just fall out of it. Don't even talk to me about the alpha nerf. That wasn't a nerf. That was a fucking tickle. They tickled him. And I don't know why they tickled him and took 1 damage away, but I would say nerf the clones that he can have from 7. Yes, he can have 7 special action clones out at once to 3. I don't see why he should be able to have 7 extra teammates on top of himself and 2 real life players. I mean, the clones don't fucking miss anyway, so I don't see the point in this character doing what he does. This character's not rapid. This is a strike. Rapid Ochaco. Okay, she's going at top of A tier. The main thing that is stopping me from putting her in S tier is that she's stationary when she does Gamma. And if you miraculously miss Gamma with Ochaco, you do kind of get punished hard for it. But this character, again, was pretty terrible in Season 3 when they initially nerfed her car. And then they buffed her. And then they buffed her again. 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 They just kept buffing her. Gamma's insane now. The hitbox on it is huge. It's way bigger than it actually is. And she just kills you if she hits you with it. Her combos are insane. There's like Gamma, Alpha, throws a Beta at you, Alphas you again, and then throws another car, and that's like your entire HP pool gone. I don't know why they haven't nerfed any of her combos. They could have at least made it like if you get hit by 2 cars, you fall over. Like 2 thrown cars, you fall over, because she just does that. Wait, no, you do fall over after the second car. Okay, just make it that the thrown car knocks you over instantly. Just do that. That'll completely cut out some of her touch of death combos. Rework the Gamma, because that shit is horribly programmed. It's bigger than it actually is. The hitbox lasts longer than it actually is there for. And it, for some reason, resets all knockdown value. If you are stunned by Denki and Ochaco hits you with her Gamma, tough shit. You are stunned in Ochaco's Gamma. That's just it. That's your life now. She's got some of the best mobility in the game, if not the best, paired with her special action. She can just zoom across the map with a couple alphas. She also got buffed with her beta as well, where she gets her car at level 7, so it's easier to land her combos, because obviously you have your car at an earlier level. Take that shit back to level 9 on God. That's about it for her. Just a really good character that's just kind of held back by that she's stationary on Gamma. Red Dabi. Another character that's kind of fallen from greatness. Good. Fuck this character. I know he's bugged at the minute, but I'm not going to put that into mind. I'm just going to go with that. Ever since he got his damage nerf on his Gamma and his Beta, this character's become a lot more less picked, because obviously he doesn't deal 70 damage to you if you are attacking him. He does 20 instead now with his automatic defense. I still think he is a really good damage character, because if he grabs you, it is basically a guard break. Sorry, I'm going to take a sip of coffee. But this character is, like, he's just not really that good anymore. He's got 350 HP, which is fine. The Alpha is actually a really good ability as well, because it has a lot more, like, a lot more reach than it actually shows. It does pretty good damage as well. Knocks you over in 3 hits so you can close the distance to grab them. The Gamma Explosion, when it goes off, blocks projectiles and does a shit ton of damage to people that are close by. But overall, I just feel like he's a bit easily overwhelmed, if that makes sense. Like, if he decides to engage first, your team just focuses whoever he grabbed, and then he gets beamed for it, and that's, yeah, he just kind of dies. But yeah, I think that's the correct thing. He does a bunch of damage, but doesn't really get the kills anymore, because he's not just killing you off of one grab now. It takes both grabs, which it should. And if you're using both grabs to engage in a fight, you don't have either grab to engage out of the fight. But overall, he's still pretty fine. I think he's pretty good. Overhaul. Man, you, like, do I even think he's, like, better than Compress at this point? I'll put him in the middle of B tier. He is pretty bad at the minute, but at the same time, he's pretty good. His Gamma is the main thing that saves him in the meta, and his special action that can self-heal and heal a teammate. His Alpha needs more range. I think that'll be a good buff for him. If you're not going to increase the range, increase the damage, because it doesn't really do that much damage. Sometimes all the Alpha hits don't connect, and he just kind of gets bullied sometimes. Beta's alright, but Gamma and Beta are bad because, well, they're good and bad. Gamma's really good because it breaks guard, it stuns, it knocks people away, gives him time to run away as well. But he has to be touching the ground. The same with his Beta. He has to be touching the ground for it. Any airborne character, this guy's screwed. He has to stay inside at that point. But he needs to rely on his team to deal with a lot of characters. Even the other grounded characters, I feel like, give him a hard time. I'm pretty sure his Gamma goes through Momo's shield, more of a reason why that ability is terrible. Assault Kirishima probably does decent against him. Assault, Red Shigaraki fucking melts him. It's insane. This guy is really only threatening if he's kind of like sneaking up on people and landing the Gammas. But with certain tunings like the Special Action Reload or even Willpower or Sisterly, he can actually survive for a very long time. He's very good at marinating. He can stay out in Storm for ages and ages and ages. If he has enough greens in his special action, he can camp Storm as long as he damn wants and stall it out till the very end. But besides that, I feel like he gets easily overwhelmed. Once he uses both of his Gammas, if he's against another close-range character, he is a bit screwed from there. Because I feel like he doesn't really have good close-range options besides Gamma. And his mid-range game is kind of... His mid-game range is mid. You can see Gamma come in from a mile away if he does it from a distance. Beta and Alpha are pretty easy to avoid, and even if you do get hit by it, you're not going to get hit by the full thing. So he does like half the damage he's supposed to do. So, I don't know, maybe he could go lower, but I'll leave him here for now, purely based on that his Gamma is really good, and his special action is really good. Tech Todoroki. If I'm going to be honest, I think this character's low S tier still. Every damn nerf this character's gotten doesn't really matter. Monomateer, definitely not. The Tech Todoroki, he's just annoying. He's so annoying. Again, survivability is really good. The main thing that stops him, again, is like certain matchups. I feel like Red Shiggy might be a rough time for him, but then again, like, all he does is sit in a building, spam Gamma and Beta, and you can't really leave. You can't get close to him because he'll freeze you with his Alpha. You can't get too far from him because he'll try and blow you up with his Beta. And you can't play mid-range against him because he'll put his Gammas down, which blocks everything in the fucking game. It blocks everything in the game. It actually blocks everything in the game besides like Ibara's Alpha, I'm pretty sure. And it knocks you over in 2 hits, so it gives him time to run away. And if you decide, again, if you flip closer to him, he's probably just going to put a Beta in front of your face, which does a lot of damage. You are constantly rolling against this guy. You are rolling to avoid him. The main thing that holds him back, again, is that like airborne characters can have an easier time against him because the pillars don't reach that high up. But again, I don't really think he's like shifted too much from S tier. He may have been like further up here before the nerfs, but now he's back here. But like, if he's in a building with All for One or even a monomer that's copied his quirk, it feels unwinnable. Even with Momo, he can do a really good job with. It's just Momo is a lot worse at mid-range and stuff compared to Tech Todo and blocking damage. But again, this character S tier. How long has this been going on for? Oh my god, I've been yapping for an hour about this fucking game and it's tier list. Hawks. He is going in B tier. I still think Hawks is fine. I think this is fine Hawks. If he didn't get those nerfs, I'd probably put him in low A tier, but the other set of nerfs he got that were completely unnecessary, he definitely suffered from that a lot. His beta's pretty easy to interrupt now. There are a lot of things that can easily knock him out of it or even trade with it so he doesn't get the free flight. The special action nerf, I don't think was too bad, but you can definitely notice it in some scenarios. His Alpha does a lot less damage, really easy to avoid though. Probably got the best melee in the game though, but maybe on par with Kendo because it auto-tracks and you can combo it into Beta or Gamma for good damage. Gamma gives you knowledge on where people are, but his damage being cut down, he plays more like a Rapid. The issue is that his Rapid competition don't play like Rapids. All of them just fucking kill you besides Froppy. Like the others, oh, well, I guess there's another one down here that doesn't play like a Rapid at all, but he doesn't do what he's supposed to do anymore. Well, he's not that aerial threat anymore. He can still be annoying, but at the same time, he plays a very good hit and run game, which is why I feel like he should have been from the start. He just did it too good. Maybe? No, actually, no. Just keep him where he is. Don't touch this character anymore. Just leave him, devs. Rapid Toga. I'm going to put her in top of A tier. I feel like she's fallen down a bit, and that's mostly just because she is hard to play. I will admit, she is pretty hard to play, but when she hits you with her combos, she definitely melts your guard. I feel like the nerfs did do not a huge amount on her because she doesn't break your guard anymore off the combo because you get knocked down easier, but it basically destroys your guard. The main thing that holds her back is that, again, I feel like the other rapids just kind of can snuff her out really easily. And you need to land your beta into Gamma, which, albeit, isn't really that hard. But if you miss that, you're kind of stuck. And if you get caught with her and you try and escape with Gamma, it does leave you in a very predictable trajectory with her. A very predictable trajectory, which can give you enough time to hunt her down and kill her. And she, like, when she does have blood and all of that, though, she is insane. She's insane. She can reset her cooldowns, do a shit ton of damage. She can even combo things off of her beta, depending on the blood she's got. It's insane. She's a really good character. She's just kind of held back by the explosive nature of this game and how predictable her trajectory is when she does try to escape. But good Toga players can definitely run a lobby around. I just feel like these guys can get away with it if they fuck up, while she can't really. Present Mike. I'm putting him in S tier. I don't care. I don't care. I do think he's better than Rapid Toga at the minute. This character is so stupid. No one plays him, though. And I feel like that is literally what's making him not be higher on here. If more people played this character, he would, I can guarantee you he would go up a couple spots. But not many people play him to give that thing. So his alpha, insane damage. With the boombox at level 1, I'm pretty sure it does 90 something, and at level 9 he does like 100 and something damage per alpha. His beta alone without the boombox does 100, which he can combo into Gamma, which is a free guard break. If he has the boombox, that's even more damage. It does like 160 both betas hit together. On top of the Gamma, you know, doing more damage if more teammates are dead, he can just make quick work of you. If you get hit by beta and he's ready for it, you die. You instantly die. You take 250 damage, guard break, you're terrified, he stuns you again, and you die. It's so easy for him to secure his kills. The main thing I think that stops him is that his mobility is pretty mediocre. You can use the Gammas to get to high ground, but you kind of want to save them for your quick burst damage, but I think he does fine against multiple characters because his bullets pierce as well. The held beta can snipe across the map and do like 300 and something damage before it knocks them down. This character's crazy. He gets 3 special action charges as well on a relatively short cooldown that just, I don't know, like, do you know what, actually, this is my fucking tier list. I don't care what the community says. He's going here. He's better than these 3, if I'm going to be honest. I think his burst damage is way better than them 3. He's insane. He's insane. I think this character's insane. I don't know, but that could just be me because I play him a lot and I'm tired of people saying that he's terrible, but I honestly think he's insane. This character is so good with his burst damage. Nejire. Back to lower B tier status. I'm going to put her here. I think she's only better than Strike Denki because she can stay in the air, but the special action buff was nice, but all of her other issues are still there. She kind of just gets focused out of the sky really easily. Sorry, I was taking another sip of coffee there. But I think she just kind of struggles when more than one person's focusing her, and when she does get focused, she has to fly away. She can't really just drop down and start running because she hasn't got the mobility. And if that person has eyes set on you, like if this character's looking at you, this character's looking at you, even this character, and you're in the sky and you get hit by them, you're probably cooked. The thing is what stops her from being worse is that she shits on this, you know, like characters that are primarily stuck on the ground, she can just easily, like, prioritize and just bully the shit out of and let your teammates know who you're focusing. But that's about it for Nejire. I haven't really got much to say about her. I don't want her buffed because I never want to see her. I don't want to see her above B tier ever, if I'm going to be honest. Let the experts play her, but she should never step above B tier ever. Who is next? Kurogiri. Okay, I'm going to have a strong bias on this one here, and I think he's around about here. I think with his buffs that he's been constantly getting, his combo game, his survivability, his ability to warp his teammates across the map, he's a little bit of an underrated monster right now. And the main reason for that, I still think his alpha's inconsistent. He's still got plenty of bugs that need to be fixed, but the tech this character has is kind of insane. It's just, again, it's not completely optimized yet. Kurogiri's really good against one character, but as soon as 2 people start looking at this guy, he's got to run. He has to run across the map. But When he loops someone, if he just kidnaps your teammate, they're probably dead. They're probably dead. He won't let them escape. The alpha does a lot of damage now with the initial impact having increased damage. The beta loops are insane with the gamma finishing off the combo. He can do like 400 plus damage to the majority of characters in the game. And even though his combos do a lot of damage, it does take up every resource in his kit. And that's the main thing that holds his combos back from being extremely lethal against multiple people, is that he's got to wait a pretty damn long time for all of his cooldowns to come back. So if he uses it on one person and the second person comes up, they can probably deal with him pretty swiftly because his projectiles are pretty hard to hit. He's pretty bad when people start swarming him, but he's really good at running away. He's really good at bringing his teammates back, and he's just really, like, positioning is key with this guy. He's very technical. I think this is another hard character to play, which is also why he's around here, that he hasn't been completely optimized yet, but we'll see for the future of Kurogiri, depending on bug fixes as well. Strike Kirishima. This is the second best character in the game. The only thing that's stopping him from being the best is this guy. Why does he have an invincible shield? Why can he fly across the map with that invincible shield? Why can he force me into a rock lock where I get hit by like 2 or 3 rocks and I can't do anything about it? Why can he cancel the beta into an alpha so I force my roll and he just does beta again? Why does alpha combo into itself 3 times before I get knocked down? Why does he have all of this combo game? And why does he have hardening as well? It's insane. This character is ridiculous. He just does everything. Damage, mobility, defense. He's borderline impossible to catch. The main thing, again, like, you need your whole team to focus him to get him out of the game. Because even 2 people, it's probably not enough because he just flies across the map. He flies across the map. He is so stupid. He is so stupid. I hate him. I really do hate him. And the part that pisses me off the most about him is that this is not Kirishima. This is fucking Donkey Kong. I don't get why they've put Donkey Kong in the game. Instead of rocks, if you replace them with barrels and put fucking Donkey Kong in place, I believe you. Donkey Kong rolls in his games. Donkey Kong slams the ground. Donkey Kong throws shit at people. Like, this is Donkey Kong. This is Donkey Kong. So, Donkey Kong, second best character in the game. The only way I can see him getting worse is if they actually make his beta breakable, or if that he loses percentage of his beta when he actually blocks damage. But Donkey Kong, second best character in the game. Tech Denki. I think this character has shot up a lot. After his most recent buffs, this character is stupid. The sniping across the map's really obnoxious because you have to close the distance against him to stop him from doing it or get to cover. The burst damage is insane. This is the third party fiend, so he can do a lot of damage in a third party, and if someone gets close, what does he do now? Instead of Strike Denki being to do gamma and burst you down with alphas, this character just throws the fucking beta pepperoni slices at you and then just bursts you down with alpha. I think the alpha buff was a little bit overkill, that all 3 can hit you, because per projectile now, I think he does 123 at the top of my head per alpha, and he can do that 3 times before knocking you over, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you can't roll his alpha as well. It's impossible to roll. So he stuns you with beta, just bursts you down with alpha. If you run away, he snipes you. If you stay there, he stuns you again and kills you. You can't really close, like, a couple characters can deal with him if they have, like, Strike Kirishima. He can throw a rock and it'll destroy every trap in front of it. Twice actually gets blocked by Gamma, but like a lot of characters up here can destroy his traps instantly, which is where I feel like he gets overwhelmed. If a character can destroy his traps pretty efficiently, then they can definitely overwhelm him. But this character, low-key, should be taken down to 300 HP, because his Gamma even goes pretty far as well at the higher levels. Assault Ochaco. You are gonna go here. I think she is... Yeah, I think she's top 5 at the minute. I don't really care. I hate this character. I hate this character a lot. Like, this is probably the easiest skill set they've added since Red Dabi. You have got loads of short cooldowns. You've got a really good mobility option. You've got a stun that keeps people in the air for a little bit. You've got a hard tracking alpha that smacks you across the map and basically destroys your guard instantly. The projectile itself is really strong. The charges for her alpha also start while she's in the air. Her cooldowns are non-existent. She can also build a platform. Yeah, she can get a lot of accidental kills when flying out of her beta. She's also got an insane combo game as well. If she does like beta, she can do like beta into charged alpha, and that's just you dead basically. And since you can't recover immediately when you get hit by the charged alpha, she can even knock you out into storm, which just puts even more pressure on you to get back in. And it basically becomes a bullet hell with the amount of things she can throw at you. 350 HP for a fucking tiny character as well. She is tiny. She does not need 350 HP. Take her down to 300 and take this one back to 250. I don't get why she's at 350 with the assault passive as well. She has more health than Deku and All Might. Like, come on, man. Stupid character, stupid combo game, stupid damage, stupid survivability, stupid cooldowns, actually non-existent. The nerf she got did nothing as well. It did nothing. Shinzo. I think I'm going to put him in A tier as well, above Yellow Deku. He is very solid. He's very solid. He's the character that doesn't let you play the game. You want to fight Shinzo? Uh-oh, you got hit by Alpha. You gotta wait now. Uh-oh, you got hit by Alpha again. You gotta bounce on the ground and you can't recover. Uh-oh, you recovered and pressed something to escape. He pressed Gamma, so now you're slowed and you can't use any of your abilities, really. And then you get hit by Beta, which does a lot of damage. He's pretty hard to escape. You think he's S tier? He could be, but I don't know. I feel like he requires a lot of team play because he can't really deal with multiple people at once. Like, he's definitely a single target damage character. But he's got a pretty good melee as well. His combos are insane. He's just really annoying. Like, this character's really annoying. The special action isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. But, again, being able to just disable someone out of the fight. Like, if you hit someone with special action immediately in the fight and just send them off somewhere else, you can just bully the other teammate whilst they have to suffer. That's about it for Shinzo, really. I just think he's annoying. He just doesn't let you play the game. That's about it. You're just stunned against this guy, and it does feel like there's no escape. Again, I think he fits the bar of Rapid Bakugo of just, like, fake skill character, where it feels like they're doing a lot, but they're actually just pressing 2 buttons at you, and you're just stunned forever. But Shinzo, again, like, gets overwhelmed pretty easily and does require a lot of teamwork from his team to make sure that they can, like, keep other people away whilst you're doing your thing. But overall, pretty solid character. Rapid All Might. I think he's about here. I really don't rate Rapid All Might at all. These two are interchangeable, if I'm going to be honest. Isn't that a lot of characters, though? Well, okay, sorry. For Shinzo, when I say he struggles against multiple characters, I mean he also struggles to escape against them as well. Because, like, there's some characters like Red Kirishima who can block damage and escape. Same as Assault Ochaco, she can just fly out. Like, Iida as well, just jump off a wall and he's out of there. Cementoss just keeps spamming your shit. Like, Shinzo can't really do that to keep people away from him. Isn't that a lot of characters? Oh, him being 2 buttons, yeah. Yeah, that's true, actually. I mean, there's some that are even 1 button characters, but where were we? Rapid All Might. This character, pretty stinky. I think he takes too long to do anything. His mobility is very predictable to catch. His best mobility is unironically his special action. The Gamma's very buggy. The Beta, if you use it for damage, you have no escape. The Alpha takes too long to start up, and he just takes as much damage as he deals to people. And All Might doesn't really realize it half the time, so he kind of just gets bursted down because he's harder to knock down whilst he's using the Alpha as well. So he takes a lot more damage sometimes than actually dishing it out. And all it takes is 2 people to just look at him. Because even if he bursts down the other person, if both of them were shooting him the entire time, the All Might most likely dies. And again, being the size he is with 300 HP, I just don't think it's too good for him. This, again, isn't really a rapid. I would put this as a strike, but he just, I don't know, like, he's got no combos either. He's just pretty lackluster. Like, I don't know, I just don't really think he's that good at the minute. Like, I don't even know, because, like, I wouldn't buff him either, because I feel like if he gets buffed, he could be, like, easily oppressive. Because if they increase his damage or, like, give him an extra dash on his Beta, I feel like he just gets, he could become really oppressive. I agree, a defensive buff on his alpha wouldn't be too bad as well. But again, he just gets easily overwhelmed and doesn't really get to do much back to people. Yeah, he's big, so he can die quickly. 300 HP and big. Not having as much mobility as your assault is insane as well. And last but not least, the most recent addition, Red Kendo. I think she is on par with her assault kit. I feel like you can interchange between either of these two. Yeah, she's basically Strike Kiri with actual weaknesses. So another character that is not really fitting their role because she can just fly across the map. I don't think she's S tier. Maybe within time. I don't know, because like she is actually really good. Because like the alpha stun where she can knock you over, where she holds on to the charge, she can just keep doing that and looping you with it. She can fly across the map with her gamma. Actually, do you know what? I've seen some disgusting combos for her. I'm going to put her in low S for now. Just about low S. But, like, her melee, I've seen a lot of combos off of her. The beta blocks a lot of damage. Like, she does take damage from it, but she can also, like, when she blocks that damage and sends it back at you, she just deletes you. And then on top of I'm pretty sure the Gamma has armor the entire way through, so you can't even really interrupt her during that. And that also does a lot of damage. The Gamma also does a lot of damage as well, but like, it's just so annoying. She's just so annoying to deal with as well. They just keep doing this with skill sets. It's so convenient that the majority of skill sets are in S tier or like A tier. What is the worst skill set? These two down here, yeah. But that concludes the tier list. We'll probably look back on this at another time, maybe in a couple more seasons when more characters are added. That's my Season 11 tier list. It's decent. We've got the same amount of characters in the S and A tier, and B tier, actually. This is kind of well spread out. So technically the game's in a balanced state, but it's not at the same time because this fucker exists and this guy is terrible. But hope you enjoyed the video and my opinions on the tier list. With that all being said, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.